the American family therapist Murray Bowen. He observed that family is an immense emotional system. He even suggested that the most fundamental emotional system in human life is not the individual, but the family. This family system influences each one of us and continues to shape who we are throughout our lifetime. For our entire journey, he shared several fascinating case studies. For instance, he worked with many psychiatric patients. These patients had recovered. They were able to leave the psychiatric hospital, to be discharged, to return home. But he noticed something curious. When a fully recovered patient returned to their family, after just a few months, their symptoms would return. They would relapse. He began to realize that when a family system is distorted, when a family system is unhealthy, even a person who has healed and recovered, upon re-entering that family system, would develop numerous problems again. So he proposed a key factor, a crucial element for wellness, which is the degree of self-differentiation, differentiation of self. What this means is, when someone understands how to differentiate themselves, to establish healthy boundaries, to maintain clear personal boundaries, they won't become enmeshed with others. They won't carry burdens that belong to others. They'll experience more joy, more wholeness. On the contrary, when this level of self-differentiation is low, when boundaries between self and others blur, often other people's problems become our problems. When others feel unhappy, we feel even more unhappy than they do. We carry our children's responsibilities, our spouses' or parents' burdens, our colleagues' obligations. We constantly try to help everyone and end up overwhelmed and drained. We also attract abusive relationships, controlling dynamics, emotional blackmail, and ultimately feel victimized and deeply hurt. These are all examples of what he calls being undifferentiated. When boundaries between yourself and others remain unclear, many problems will emerge. He described what an ideal relationship looks like. He said the ideal is a balance. What kind of balance? It's between two forces. One force is togetherness. The other is individuality. He explained that each person must navigate these two forces, finding equilibrium between togetherness and individuality, achieving an ideal balance where there is me, and there is you, and there is family, and there is relationship. This creates a win-win dynamic for everyone. Each of us would benefit from learning this, because we often swing to extremes, either excessive togetherness, becoming too attached to others, losing healthy boundaries, carrying others' responsibilities, being heavily influenced by family emotions, especially parents' emotions. When parents are unhappy, we don't allow ourselves to be happy. This is being undifferentiated. When boundaries between self and others blur, becoming overly enmeshed, the other extreme is excessive, so-called individuality, too much separateness. What does this mean? It means becoming too detached, too cold and distant, what he called emotional cutoff. Mom, you handle it. Dad, I don't care anymore. It's not my problem. He observed many cases of people running away from home, fleeing far away, completely severing their family connections, seeing relatives perhaps once a year, appearing free, independent, unburdened. Yet Bowen reminds us, this resolves nothing, because the emotional wounds within remain unhealed. He also noted some gender differences, generally speaking. In broad terms, women tend to lean toward excessive togetherness, often lacking healthy boundaries, becoming too closely attached, too easily affected by others' emotions, especially the emotions of family and partners, while men typically tend toward emotional cutoff, becoming distant, detached, disregarding others' needs. These are patterns each of us would benefit from understanding. Thank you all